what's happening, gamers? Welcome back to LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2!
Yay!
It is wonderful out there today.
Carnage, and all at my hat. Ravonna, my little siege tower. I thought we'd arrange the window cleaners to come on a Thursday. What have I told you? Get out of the...
You can't hear him.
You'll find yourselves looking for a new round!
Yes, it's looking quite devastated already. Though the Avengers have yet to yield.
It's almost as though they've been given a new hope.
That can't be your kingship. Who in this Chronopolis would be so foolish as to dare plot against you?
Who indeed? No one, of course.
You know, you two really don't need to come with me. The Sanctum is only down the street, and the Book of Vishanti is probably
the kind of super important magic book that bad guys just can't get enough of stealing. It's been stolen before, right? I bet it's been stolen before.
well, maybe once.
Then it's too important to send one person after. Let's quit yakking and go grab the thing. This is the Sanctum, right? Remember the secret knock, Doc?
Yes, I think I can just about recall.
Okay, so we're going to Doctor Strange's Sanctum with She-Hulk and Spider-Man. So anyway, guys and gals, this is LEGO Marvel Superheroes 2. Meh. And this is the Kwings Let's Play channel, and it's time for us to use the secret knock.
Yes, quite lovely.
Which looks like it's a magic box.
Yep.
You seen that superhero supply store? Lady who runs it always seems to be in...
There we are. Now, let's head inside and get that...
Okay. This game can't make up its mind with everything that's happening. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. It's hero time! There, I got a word in.
Yeah.
Can't believe I got a word in. So awesome.
There's a
When
lot
you
of that.
thought things couldn't get any strange around here, our city's heroes have come up with the most harebrained idea to defeat Kang this reporter has ever heard. It involves the help of Cosmo the space dog and the planet Nowhere, an ancient head of a giant space being on the other side of the galaxy. Tony Stark is convinced that there must be something on Nowhere able to bring down Kang's defenses. But to get it into Chronopolis, our heroes will need to find the shattered fragments of the Nexus, then have Doctor Strange stitch them back together. He needs some book full of magic mumbo-jumbo to help him. Why isn't he conjuring up a decent cup of joe, huh? New York is running out of coffee, people.
He's destroying the coffee.
Yeah, he keeps the...
Place, Doc.
Oh, thank you. But it's Wang who has the eye for design.
You are too kind, sir. It's mostly Swedish flatback.
Wang, we need the Book of Vishanti. It may be our only hope against Kang.
Very good, sir.
Could you please fetch it for me?
There's nothing I would enjoy more, sir. But I have no idea where it is. You really should look after your things.
I do look after... Can you just help me find it?
Try in the mystical cabinet of Nisanti, behind the vacuum. If it's not in there, then try and think back to when you hid it.
By the all-seeing... Oh, wait! I do remember something. I set 5 runic locks to conceal it.
I don't like
Okay.
Strange's voice.
Get me out of here.
Wong sounds awesome.
Yeah, he does.
Strange sounds
If we wish to
terrible.
find the Book of Vishanti.
It's
Feel
Vishanti!
free to destroy any furniture that might get in your... Some minor rearranging is all that's needed here.
I remember that from the Spider Friends episode, 7 Little Superheroes. Which is a great episode, actually. Doctor Strange sounded like this. He sounded strange and confused.
Yeah.
This guy, he just sounds like a
he
motivational
comes
speaker.
From some kind of other place. I'm Doctor Strange. Oh, that's cool. When I run into the books, it
darn.
it forms them into a group.
What are these crazy red creature things?
Oh no. Those are mind maggots from the Dark Dimension. I fear something is not right here.
Ah, that's right. I forgot to mention those. Don't know how they got here.
Wong. She-Hulk is needed, okay.
Yeah, Wong seems fun.
Wong sounds awesome. I didn't like how he sounded
His voice is cute.
in the previous Lego game.
Yeah. So they should keep that guy.
Yeah, that guy's fine. He's a good replacement.
Oh my
Well, I mean,
gosh.
not everybody was replaced. Yeah, it's kind of cool. I see Spider-Man doing something on your screen.
Whatever a spider can doesn't cover this.
I'm writing this table.
And how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel awesome.
Okay. Alright, so now we're gonna take... This has a green bottom to it, so I'm gonna try putting it over with the other green. And see if that works out pretty well.
Oh, never mind. I was gonna say something about the movie with Thor and...
I liked the scene with Doctor Strange and Thor, but people knew it was happening because at the end of Doctor Strange, it had Thor drinking that beer. He was the, they had 2 post-credit scenes.
Oh, so they already knew it was gonna happen. Actually, I don't think I remember seeing that post-credit.
Really? You didn't stay long enough to see that? It was all over the internet. People were like, oh, we haven't seen Thor in a while. That's because he's hanging out with Doctor Strange.
No, I didn't like the Doctor Strange movie.
It's basically an Iron Man movie. It's...
No,
everybody says, like, his origin is just like Iron Man.
Well, I mean, maybe, but that wasn't why I didn't like it. It was too psychedelic. It was like a giant kaleidoscope. It was too freaky.
Into remodeling your place.
Woohoo! This is vital work. Although it does look a little nicer, I can't deny.
It was kind of creepy to me.
Alright, so this one has... What kind of bottom is this?
I mean, I would have rather gone with, like I
Green.
said, I would have rather seen Dr. Fate because he has all that, you know, ancient, like, knowledge of, like, Egyptian stuff. And
It's gonna be a long time before we see Dr. Fate and...
we're never
the
gonna
DC
see him
universe.
because he's not important enough. And it's just...
He was only in a couple episodes of Justice League, though.
Yeah, I know, but he just seems like more of an intriguing character to me than Doctor Strange. It's like, Doctor Strange, okay, he did sorcery. It's like, okay. And he works in a library. It's like, who cares? Don't know.
He has a mystic house.
Yeah, he has a cool cape, I'll give you that.
I liked how he was portrayed in the 90s, because he used to appear... Remember, Marvel had... Well, you don't remember this, but... Marvel had this action hour of Marvel cartoons on Sunday. And I would catch some before church. You had the Fantastic Four, Iron Man, and sometimes you would have the Hulk. And Doctor Strange would appear, like, even back then, Marvel was all about creating, like, a shared universe. Whereas DC was always very selective with what characters they would let, you know, intermingle until Justice League Unlimited.
Yeah, I mean, that one game that we played with Doctor Strange, that was cool. I did like him in that game. He seemed really cool.
Marvel Ultimate Alliance?
Yeah.
Yeah. Actually, I believe that was one of the voice actors from his cartoon appearances, because he had a really cool voice. But remember, everybody's on strike, like, that are good voice actors.
The reason why I didn't like the movie was it was very dark. It didn't have a lot of humor, and, you know, people died in the end. I just didn't like it. It was
But
just weird.
people always die in Marvel films. That's how Marvel does things.
Yeah, but just not randomly, like, oh, they died. No, well, let's move on. Like, it's just weird.
There we go.
Here is one of the runes now. Allow me.
Okay, where's Doctor Strange? There he is!
His cape was cool, though.
His cape is actually alive. It's kind of like, when you think of Doctor Strange cape, think of, like, carpet from Aladdin.
Yeah, I didn't feel like the Doctor Strange character in the live-action movie had that much personality.
Everybody said he had a terrible accent, too. Like, he was trying too hard.
I think that's what really got me was...
Stuff is crazy.
Yeah, but the
He
actor...
just was trying to act really cool the whole time, like, I'm just a regular guy. I guess this is cool, I guess... It was just subtle, really subtle humor to the point where it was hardly there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, what were you saying about the actor?
The actor's really bad at making accents, but he actually has a cool voice by himself. One of the worst accents he ever did was a Boston accent in one of his movies.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it was pretty horrid.
I lived in Massachusetts for 10 years. I still can't do a Boston accent, even though I was around it.
Lucky.
I can't do it. I try. It's like, pack the cat and have it yet. I can't do Boston accent. And when I do it, it sounds insulting to Bostonians. If I do any more than that, it's like, yeah.
Did something happen?
Now, let's find the rest.
Yay!
Fine, I'll just tell you, in general, sorcery stuff creeps me out, and that's probably why I didn't like the movie.
Yeah, but
Really want to be honest.
Dr. Fate is just as sorceress as sorceress.
Well, I don't know very much about him. Maybe I wouldn't like that movie either.
He uses a lot of Egyptian sorcery because he's
Yeah, but-
an Egyptian.
Yeah, but I don't really know that much about that, whereas I did recognize the sorcery that Dr. whatever Strange was using. Like, Egyptian sorcery, people don't... it's probably because I don't recognize it. Yeah, it's probably just as dangerous.
Time manipulation could help
Of course.
us tidy things up.
Messing around with time just so you can clean up your library? Isn't that a little on the frivolous side, Doc?
It's an emergency, Spider-Man. I can justify it.
Not like Kang hasn't messed with time and space already, I guess.
But
The movie was incredibly rushed too because the Ancient One, this was her, place of residence,
Yeah.
and then he just kind of takes over. And by the time you see him in the Thor movie, it's like he's an expert on everything magical, and it's like,
Yeah.
how long did everything take place? Like not so long ago.
I will hand it to Marvel. It's really cool that they brought in a movie for Doctor Strange because, DC has not done a Doctor Fate movie and they beat them to it.
They won't until we're 50.
They'll
Probably.
never do it. They never will do it because they'll just keep redoing Batman, Superman.
Can I
over and over
just
again.
say how they should have done it? Like, everybody was like, what made Justice League the cartoon so good? It's like, they literally threw all the characters in with no backstory and they were fighting off aliens. And it worked.
Pose too much of a problem?
Uh-oh.
Did you actually see the Doctor Strange movie though?
Yeah, I've seen the whole thing.
Like, okay. But didn't it bother your eyes to see like the kaleidoscope?
Yeah.
And, like everything.
I didn't like
That
that.
was a lot of the. It kind of felt like it was in the Matrix or something because the movie, the floor was moving all the time.
Pretty sure it was inspired by The Matrix. Like that,
It felt
that
like
style.
it was. Like,
But yeah, the Matrix
reality.
movies always gave me issues too, so.
I only like the first. I love the first Matrix movie, but the other ones I don't like.
Supposed to do something here, but I can't quite figure it out. Wait. Nope, that's not it.
I'll have to say the movie was very visually stimulating. A lot of the work, a lot of work went into it. It was very cool. And now I understand who Doctor Strange is. I got to see all the cool things. I liked seeing the like the inside of this area with Doctor Strange.
Right now.
You mean his house?
Yeah. This is his house? I thought this was like his place where he like is a guardian of like.
It's technically his home.
Oh, okay.
Ah, there's another one of these mystic thingies. Ugh. I think I go up.
Hey, nice light show, Doc.
Oh, Spider-Man's voice, please stop.
How do I get myself in these crates?
The door
Nope.
to the attic is
Wait,
locked. And
didn't
we don't
he-
have time to look for the key. Let's improvise, shall we?
What?
Wasn't Doctor Strange originally when he was trying to get secret knowledge, he was trying to heal himself?
Yeah, he was trying to fix his hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
'Cause he couldn't. Yeah, it's actually a really intriguing plot if you think about it.
But I mean, it's pretty much a Tony Stark story. That's
Why
what
is it a Tony Stark
in the
story?
movies is how they
Oh.
did it.
Oh, it's a Tony Stark story because he was trying to fix himself and then he ended up becoming a superhero. Because he was sick.
Kinda, sorta. It's a little bit more confusing than that.
Yeah, I do think
Boy, I could use a superhero right now.
I'm busy.
if they would have just changed a few things about the movie, I think I would have liked it a lot
Well,
better.
one of the big complaints too that people had, like, even though it's like a sorcerer movie, like they don't end up using sorcery the way that Harry Potter does. Like, they're basically punching people, so it's like a kung fu movie. That was actually a complaint that some press had about the movie,
Yeah.
which is funny. All right, I think I figured this out now. There we go. Yeah, I don't like cutting these things out. It's really confusing.
Yes, that'll do. We're making progress now.
Yay, we're making progress. That makes me happy. Okay, let's go to the next place in Doctor Strange's freaky mansion. But no, I mean, I liked how he sounded kind of like in the 80s. He had a really funny voice. Like,
Yeah.
he only appeared in a couple episodes of Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends, but I guess I know I said it like Spider-Man and His Amazing Friends.
Yeah, you know what I felt like I didn't like about the movie? I'll tell you. felt like Doctor Strange was a little too serious.
Yeah, he was supposed to be.
Why, though? Wouldn't you be like, whoa, this is cool, I have a cape, and jumping around? Like, why was he all serious? Like, I have a cape now. Hey.
Hey, give me a
Oh,
hand.
this is weird.
Yo, Mamu, I've come to bargain!
It's just, I guess that's how doctors are. They.
Did you know that movie was filmed on a budget, though? Because, like, one of the most expensive scenes in the movie is where he fights Dormammu, and basically all they did was just reuse the same clip with him dying a different way.
Oh, yeah.
And they saved a ton of money on CGI.
It's funny.
It was pretty clever, actually.
Yeah, I mean, it makes sense. I mean, I felt like a lot of the folding in of the world was just like, instead of actually making actual things happen in the movie, it was just you're watching this giant kaleidoscope. That's, I think, kind of bothered me a little bit.
But people really found it funny that they were basically punching one another.
Did the lady who was his teacher freak you out? She freaked me out.
The Ancient is a dude in the Marvel universe. They made her a girl for the movie.
She was so weird in the movie. I did not understand what was going on at all. She was a little
Also,
weird.
here's a little bit of trivia. The guy who betrays Doctor Strange in the movie, he is actually a Marvel villain that is like an exact copycat of Doctor Strange. He even looks like he could be Doctor Strange's brother. But in the movie, he was a character of diversity, when in the comics, he looks just like Doctor Strange, except more evil.
You know what really bothered me was I couldn't understand what exactly Doctor Strange does, because...
He does stuff.
But it's like he's preventing sorcery from taking over the world, yet he is the sorcerer. And I just, pretend, like, he had to use dark magic at the end to prevent dark magic from taking over the world. And even his friend brought this up and said you can't use that kind of magic to eliminate other dark magic. And he's like, what you've done, he's like, you have basically opened the gateway for other stuff. And that's why his friend, like, you know, left or whatever. I think one of his friends, I don't know if it was the Asian guy or something, like, stopped hanging out with him because he was like, you kind of opened the doorway for all this other stuff. That's what I didn't understand. It's like, I didn't understand. At the end of the movie, you're just sitting here like, okay, so good and evil is based on a whim by whatever Doctor Strange likes to call good and evil at the time.
Yeah.
He did save the world, but it was like he compromised his principles to do it, and so it was just weird. So yeah, I think that's what really bothered me. It was just like, okay.
Oh boy.
Sure beats pulling a rabbit out of a hat.
Uh-huh. Oh, I messed up already. I messed up. So I'm supposed to sketch all this stuff. And then make a cutout?
Oh, how? You're supposed to make a cutout of that? You have to make a complicated shape?
Yeah.
Did you try it or no?
It's
1, 2, 3.
And I can't overlap the
You're
lines.
making an 8-pointed star.
Yeah, I know. I can't overlap the lines either. Like, then I'm gonna have to, after I complete this, I'm gonna have to go into it.
What?
And complete the
octagon inside.
Right.
This is stupid.
It's a little annoying. Oh, I already messed up. Shoot.
You. Oh. You want me to try it or you want to do it?
That's fine.
You know what? No, you can do it. I'm gonna watch you do it. You know what? It's stupid. You can do it.
It's just kind of weird. It goes up.
I can drop out so you can see it better.
I don't think that'll help, to be honest.
Okay, and then now you go in. Alright, I'll try it once. Let's see. Wait, they gave me another shape?
Oh, they gave me an easy one!
You can do this!
Whatever. Stupid game. Oh, he's had trouble with shapes.
Wait, what am I doing now?
You have to complete it. No, you didn't complete it. What?
What do I do now?
Just go down.
Here?
Yep.
I already...
Just go across. Whatever.
Oh.
Just
whatever.
More.
Don't touch me!
Sorry, I'm just good at shapes.
I don't care if you're good at shapes. Stupid want to play as Wong. Feel better.
Alright, well, I got to say all my problems with that movie.
Oh, whatever. Yeah, I saw it. I thought it was decent. But after, like, they pointed out, like, all the similarities between Iron Man 1 and 2, I was just like, oh my gosh, Marvel remade Iron Man 1 and 2 with Doctor Strange.
Every Marvel movie ever has the same plot, though.
No. That one was definitely Iron Man, though. Like,
okay.
When they even did the scene comparisons of all the stuff that happened, it was like, oh my gosh. Iron Man.
I just thought Doctor Strange would be like more like a crazy science doctor that was all excited.
Yeah, you should read his comic books and some of the movies that he's been in animation are pretty good.
His personality wasn't like that at all in the movie. He was just like, I'm a doctor, I'm so cool. And he has all these weird things like, oh, I have this crazy robe that's like a genie thing.
No, it's not. It's not a genie.
It's like a carpet.
It's like magic carpet. It's like from Aladdin.
But he's not excited about any of it. He was just like, psh, whatever. He wasn't excited about it.
Oh, I think I can do this one.
He didn't care. He was just like, it was like a hipster becoming, I don't know, just bothered.
Yay!
He was a hipster.
Doesn't matter. We've completed it.
That's it! Quickly, everyone! Ah, I told you I put the book somewhere safe.
Well done, sir.
God!
See, that Lego has more personality than the actor.
Mordo!
Yeah, Mordo is supposed to look like Doctor Strange.
You are too late, Strange. Kang shall soon bend the knee to the great Dormammu.
And he's a servant of Dormammu.
Be absorbed by the dark
Oh.
But how did you solve my magic locks to reach the book?
Locks? It was in the cabinet of Nisanti behind the vacuum.
Don't!
You really should take better care of your magical items.
Not so fast, Mordo. Let's take this fight to the Mirror Realm.
Here we go, Mirror Realm.
Oh my gosh. See, this is what I didn't like.
Pathetic, Strange. Your mirror defense will not hold me for long.
Mordo.
To think that anyone but Dormammu could rule this new world. Ridiculous.
Mordo, you're the one being ridiculous. We should fight against Kang together.
Fighting on.
You won't be able to deal with this.
So, in the movie, they make Mordo and Doctor Strange kind of like friends. Even Mordo helps train Doctor Strange.
Oh, right. Yeah. Yep, totally.
Oh, nuts.
Yeah, I guess the whole movie bothers me because...
It's not a bad movie.
No.
I mean, Thor Ragnarok is better.
I'm being hard on it because I know in reality, if you're messing with black magic...
Yeah, let's not get into real-life spiritual forces, please.
It's not gonna be
I don't want dishes in my house to break.
I know, I'm just saying it's not gonna be good in real life. Like, they make it like, oh, this is fun. It's like, no, this is not gonna be fun if you try that in real life.
Okay, Amber. PSA over. Seriously.
Sorry.
Break free! I want to break free!
Sorry.
It's okay. Pineapple.
Come and get me.
I will come and get you.
Get the mindless ones. Serve your master Dormammu.
Uh-oh. We got big, rock things incoming.
Just shoot the rock things, it's fine. Probably. There we go.
Yeah, I like how he's excited in this Lego form, though.
He was really cool in the Lego Avengers game, too.
That's what I wanted to see. I liked him in all the games. I just didn't like his personality in the movie.
Well, it was Cumberpatch who was doing him. He's known for making kind of very depressing characters.
That's what it was. That's the whole movie was depressing. That's exactly it. That's exactly, in fact, the word that I would use to
really
describe
think
the
about
movie.
Cumberpatch's performance, like, match it up with a lot of his movies, and Doctor Strange just pretty much played the same way, except with another terrible accent. Like, I mean, his Boston accent is the worst one ever. That just sounded...
Yeah,
that was just...
I think if they had
I wasn't even a Bostonian, and I found it offensive. Like, it was like,
If they had a different actor playing him, I think the movie would have been way more fun.
I think if they actually let him use his voice and let him lighten up a little bit, his scene with Thor and Ragnarok was really good. It was better. It's like Ben Affleck's appearance in BVS was good, but when you got to see him in Suicide Squad, it was even better.
Yeah.
So I feel like Doctor Strange in
I don't understand.
Thor Ragnarok was really good.
I felt like they should have had more characters. Like, they didn't have any other Marvel characters in the movie.
In what movie? You never add a lot of characters in a new superhero movie. It's all about that hero.
Yeah, but
you do
he just had
crossovers
to,
after their first movie.
What did he have to work with? He had weird bald lady who was even weirder than... Was even more depressing than him.
You want to know something funny?
The bald woman was weird. And
the people with the weird eye makeup that were Dormammu's servants, they're actually like the #1 and #2 guy of Mordo. They weren't really, yes, they were servants of Dormammu, but they were just henchmen of Mordo. Mordo was supposed to be the big bad.
Oh.
And they did something different with him. Okay, so how do I set you free? That's weird. Oh, there we go. I hit him with magical lightning.
Yeah, I think that basically pins the nail on the whatever donkey or whatever it goes.
But you have to remember this: the biggest thing that critics hate about the Marvel movies is they're terrible with their villains. Their villains are either CGI or they're just poorly done. Marvel has to date made no good villain in their movies.
They don't ever human like
Zemo was terrible, and Zemo never wore his costume
and
either,
then
which really
when
annoyed people.
they ruined the Manchurian, absolutely destroyed that guy. They made him terrible.
They ruined who?
The Manchurian, isn't that the villain with the? Is that the? Oh no, that's not the name. What's the name of the?
Tell me what movie you're talking about first.
I'm talking about. One of the Iron Man movies with the
Mandarin, yes.
Mandarin.
They ruined the Mandarin.
That's what I'm talking. Why did I say Manchurian?
I have no idea. I was like, where are you going with this?
They ruined the Mandarin.
Who's the Manchurian?
I don't know.
What? I'm thinking of like Detective Chimp in DC Comics. I'm like, what?
I meant Mandarin. I'm sorry.
Yes, they ruined the Mandarin. They took a lot of heat for that because the Mandarin would have opened more awesome things for the Iron Man movies because then he could have gone into space and met the Guardians of the Galaxy. Instead, everybody's gonna meet now, like, in this massive team-up movie.
I don't understand how the Guardians of the Galaxy is so much fun.
Because their comic books are fun. It's.
But then the other Marvel movies are so, like, painful to watch and argumentative and serious. And it's like, Guardians of the Galaxy, they're just having fun, so why can't they all be like that? I don't understand.
Well, Avengers in the 60s and the 70s, they were always fighting in their books. They were always arguing. The most fun books to read from Marvel, and this is not a lie, was the X-Men from the 70s through the 90s. They were the books that saved Marvel.
Yeah, because Dr. Xavier made everyone get along and be nice.
No, he didn't. He didn't.
I thought he promoted people to be like working as a team and stuff.
Well, yeah, he did, but you have to remember that it was a different team. The Uncanny X-Men was a totally different team than the first X-Men.
Oh.
A lot of them like left the team after the new people came in.
I liked the X-Men, like
try to like be magic and like attack this guy. I don't know how we're supposed to do this, to be honest.
I got talking about stuff.
Oh, it's fine. You're allowed to talk about stuff.
Yeah, that's the whole thing. Is I got depressed. I felt so depressed after watching the.
I mean, to be honest, when I was watching the Doctor Strange movie, I mean, it was even in the afternoon. I fell asleep. Like it was just
because there was not like you didn't like.
I woke up like when he was saying, "Dormammu, I've come to bargain," and he was being killed like so many times. That was interesting. Everything else.
Yeah, that was interesting. The end, like if. And then, like, there were no characters that had any personality in it. Like, all the characters were just like, I am teaching you magic, and I'm gonna stare blankly and be creepy.
Well, I mean, the Ancient One wasn't a woman. It was a dude originally.
She was so creepy to me, and I was just like, oh, this is
She was supposed to die because Mordo was supposed to kill her. That's one of the reasons, or kill the Ancient. That's why, you know, Mordo and Doctor Strange are kind of estranged. Get it?
Oh.
They're supposed to be like brothers, and I liked. As soon as I saw the character was Mordo, I was like, wait a second, something's not right here. I was like, what are you doing, Marvel?
Yeah.
Are you trying to do the Bucky Barnes thing again? Is that what's happening? I was like, what? But, you know, then you see at the end of the movie, Mordo is starting to steal Sorcerer's powers, and he's going to become, like, super strong. He's probably going to be the villain in Doctor Strange 2. That's what I would think.
Yeah.
Because he's actually a threat, but Yeah, Marvel, they're really bad at villains, so I hope that Mordo is really good, and I hope Thanos is really good too. Because they have only Loki, and Loki actually turned into an anti-hero, so, I mean, can't really say that Loki was an amazing villain in the Marvel Universe, because he's not a bad guy anymore. He's like a Red Hood character, and I love him, he's awesome.
Yeah.
It's over, Mordo. Give me the book.
Please?
Never!
Everyone's kung fu fighting!
Yay.
Wow, that got a bit, strange.
Funny enough, not the weirdest thing I've seen this side of Manhattan. But that's another story.
Thank you again, my friend. What would I do without you?
It is my honor to serve. Now, go out there and kick some Kang backside. I will guard the Sanctum from any further attacks.
See, he's smiling.
Yes, give him the book.
But see, Doctor Strange is actually smiling. He didn't smile in the movie.
He's got a Dyson!
Yeah, he does.
Those are expensive. I would have had the eye wink. So we're gonna leave protecting the
awesome.
Sanctum to our friend there, and hopefully he's not Wong. I have been waiting all day to do that.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, Rune to maneuver.
I feel like I've just been through movie therapy. Now I finally understand why I don't like the movie.
I hated the Iron Man movie.
Because
so.
it's depressing. Yeah, but Iron Man is better because it has Pepper in it. She is like the little light that makes the movie worth watching.
He had a love interest in it. The other doctor girl. Kind of.
What?
Yeah, that's supposed to be his love interest.
Yeah, but like she was in it for like 2 seconds.
Oh, that's right.
It was not there at all. It's just weird.
Oh. Well, I guess I was wrong about that, too.
Well, not okay, fine. She was probably in it for more than 2 seconds.
I fell asleep, I don't remember.
I probably fell asleep too, and I was probably in the theater actually.
It's never good when I fall asleep during a movie, then I have no interest to watch it again. Although, one of my favorite scenes is like where he's like, Dormammu, I've come to bargain, and he gets killed like 30 times.
Well, I mean, what is more interesting? A library full of weird, like, oh, these things are magic and they float, or like a whole thing of somebody who can like literally see into the future of space and time and has all the stuff about like, you know, the history of like Egypt and everything. I'm just saying, Dr. Fate would be more interesting.
You just liked how he was portrayed in Justice League, and that was because of Dwayne McDuffie. That was because of Dwayne McDuffie.
He is... Dr. Fate is awesome. I mean, yeah, that's Dr. Fate, yeah.
Anyway, guys and gals, that does it for this spectacular Marvel-tastic episode. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, check the playlist for more goodies, and we're gonna continue going. We're binge playing this game today. So, I hope you guys have a good rest of the day. If you enjoyed Doctor Strange, the movie, tell us in the comment section below.
Tell us why!
And
because it was depressing!
If you guys can figure out all the parallels between Iron Man and Doctor Strange movies, you get a cookie. Until we meet again, God bless and happy gaming.
See ya!